Hey there, welcome back to Garfin's creation. Today we'll be making these mini pineapple and raspberry cupcakes. All ingredients are mentioned in the description box below. So let's start with the recipe. So here I have taken 100 grams of butter. This is approximate half a cup. The cup measurements are 200 ml cups that I've been using. It is quarter cup of milk, 100 grams of sugar powder, that is 3/4 cup. You can also grind some sugar in the mixie jar and use it. Next are 2 eggs, quarter teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and 160 grams of Maida, all-purpose flour. This is approximate 1 1/4 cup. For the entire recipe, I have mentioned the ingredients using a 200 ml cup. So into the butter, I'll be adding the sugar. I have used peaty sugar, so I'm just straining it so that there are no lumps. It's best to sieve the sugar even if you have ground it in the mixie jar. I will mix the butter and the sugar together and combine it well till the butter and the sugar is well mixed, the sugar is dissolved and it becomes nice, pale and fluffy. You can also use an electric whisk here. Now once this is done, we'll be adding the eggs into it. All the ingredients used in this recipe are at room temperature. Now after adding the eggs, we will mix that too into the butter mixture. Just whisk the egg till it is fully combined and there are no traces of the eggs left. Once that is done, we will be adding the vanilla essence into it. Just mix that too. And now once this is done, I'll just use a spatula and scrape the sides of the bowl. And if you feel your mixture is curdled, don't worry, after adding the dry ingredients, that will be taken care of. Now we'll be adding the Maida, baking powder and baking soda and sieve it all into the wet ingredients. I have mentioned all the ingredients in grams and in cups, but it's always best to use the ingredients in grams, that is by weighing them. So if possible, always use a weighing scale to measure your ingredients. So after adding the Maida, baking powder and baking soda, just mix it well. I'll also be adding the quarter cup of milk gradually into the batter. You can add a little more milk if you feel your batter is too very thick. You can add about 1 tablespoon more. Sometimes different Maida takes in more liquid. So I've just whisked this completely well till there are no lumps and the batter is nice and smooth. Our cupcake batter is ready. Now once again, I'll just scrape the sides and the bottom of the bowl once more and mix it well. Today I'll be making mini cupcakes. If you do not have these small containers, you can use the regular cupcake liners too. So these are the mini ones. I'll be just lining the cake pan with it and will be adding a tablespoon of the cake batter into the cupcake liners. You get a total of 21 mini cupcakes with this recipe. You need to fill the cupcake liners a little more than half. Do not fill them full as they are going to rise. Once filled, just tap them a few times so that they level and all the air bubbles come out. Now we need to bake this at 160 degrees centigrade in preheated oven for about 10 to 12 minutes until the inserted screwer comes out clean. This took me around 12 minutes and now we'll let them cool down completely. In the meantime, let's prepare the sugar syrup. So into a pan, I added half a cup of water and 1 cup of sugar. All we have to do is make a sugar syrup of this. We just need to let the sugar melt, that's it. So on medium flame, I'll just keep stirring this in between till all the sugar is completely dissolved. So this will take around 2 to 3 minutes for the sugar to completely dissolve. I kept stirring this in between and now the sugar is completely dissolved, so we can switch off the flame. I'll be using the sugar syrup to dip the mini cupcakes into it. We'll also be adding color and flavor into it. So now once this is done, I'll be just dividing it into 2 bowls. Since I'm making 2 flavors, I'll be dividing it into 2 bowls. In one bowl, I'll be adding red color with raspberry essence and the other bowl, I'll be adding yellow food color with pineapple essence. You can use any liquid food color over here. After adding the color, this is the pineapple essence that I'll be adding. Just adding 2 to 3 drops depending on the flavor and the intensity of the essence. So you can just taste this and check if you require more essence, you can adjust it accordingly. So the red one is a raspberry and the yellow one is a pineapple. We'll just keep this aside for some time. The decoration, here I have taken some glazed cherries and some papaya peels. So I'll be cutting the cherries into smaller pieces. Just to give it a nice Christmassy look, I'll be using red cherries and green papaya peels. So with the papaya peels, I'll be just cutting out thin slices and further dividing into smaller strips too. I'll be cutting some leaf shape from these. If you do not have a leaf cutter, you can just cut out thin strips like these. These two look good after decorating the cupcakes. So I have this holly leaf cutter. So I've taken a thin slice of the papaya peel and just press the cutter over it. It gets cut easily and you get pretty leaves from it. Cut the rest of it in the same way and keep it ready. So these are all ready for the cupcakes to be decorated. Also use fondant cherries or leaves to decorate the cupcakes too. Now let's assemble and decorate the cupcakes. Here the cupcakes are fully cooled down. We need to remove the cupcake liners from it so that we can dip them in the syrup. To coat the cupcakes, we require some desiccated coconut. So first we'll be doing the pineapple cupcakes. So I'll just put a cupcake into the pineapple syrup and coat it well into the syrup. So the cupcake will be coated with a nice pineapple flavor. Once it is well coated with the syrup, just remove off the excess syrup from it and put it into the desiccated coconut bowl. Now all we have to do is just coat the cupcakes with the desiccated coconut. If you are not comfortable using the spoons, you can just roll it with your hands too. Make sure the cupcakes are well coated with the desiccated coconut. Now once this is coated, we'll be placing it into another fresh cupcake liners. This is completely optional. And then it's time to decorate it with the cut out holly leaves and the red cherries. Just place them over the cupcake. Decorate them as you prefer. This one is ready. Let's make the raspberry cupcake too. As we are using desiccated coconut for rolling the cupcakes, these cupcakes remain good for a day or two outside at room temperature. But however, you can prepare the cupcakes and keep them in the fridge. And the day you want to serve them, you can just dip them in the sugar syrup and the coconut and then decorate it whenever you want. I have used pineapple and raspberry flavor here today. You can customize it according to the flavor you desire and add those essence accordingly. Though I have decorated it according to the Christmas theme, you can make these cupcakes any time of the year. The decoration part is optional and you can skip that as well. So this is the simple one where I have not used the leaf cutter. Now let's cut one and see how it looks from inside too. These are really very delicious and flavorful. Hope you too will be trying these cupcakes soon. Thanks for watching so much and I hope you do subscribe to Garfin's Creation. See you soon again in the next video too. Till then, take care. Bye bye.